The crisis on the American southern border is escalating. We've seen the migration numbers skyrocket, but a lot of people would argue without transparency on the human condition that actually is on the border. How can we grasp the gravity of the crisis that we're dealing with without seeing that more directly? Joining us now to offer firsthand insight is Todd Bensman, Senior National Security Fellow at the Center for Immigration Studies and author of the book, America's Covert Border Wall. Todd, thanks so much for joining us. Give me your feel for what's going on down at the border that people don't get because they haven't been there or they haven't seen enough reports to really grasp it.
Sure. Well, I'm just coming back from the Nicaragua-Costa Rica border, which is a part of the international smuggling route that most Americans know nothing about and never see. The part of the border that I went to is where extracontinental migrants and immigrants who are not from Mexico or Central America are coming through. They're coming from the entire world. I met Mauritanians there, military-age guys. I met Senegalese there, Eritreans, lots and lots of Haitians coming through. And the issue there is that, you know, the Nicaraguan military is being paid off. I watched smugglers deliver Haitians right to paid off military officers on the Nicaraguan side. The Costa Rican government is hands off completely on all of this smuggling, not acting in an allied country way for America. They're just letting everybody through without any sort of interdiction whatsoever. Thousands and thousands coming through the Costa Rica-Nicaragua border. And the Panamanians are doing nothing either. The Panamanians are actually part of the smuggling. They're putting the migrants on buses and shipping them to the Costa Rican border, and the Costa Ricans are letting them through. So what we're seeing down there is nothing that is visible to the American public. You have to look to see this. These are extracontinentals and people from terrorism countries, people who are coming in from very war-torn tribal militia-riddled African countries. We have no idea who any of these people are. They're going to show up without identification at our border soon.
So they leave, say, the continent of Africa. They go to South America. They go through Nicaragua or Costa Rica will let them go through. Is the ultimate destination ideally in their minds? Is it the United States? Is it just to get out of Africa? How is this contributing to what we're seeing at our southern border?
I was told by the immigrants, I interviewed many, many dozens of immigrants over 10 days, that Biden administration makes it easy for them to get in. So there's always been this traffic, even under Donald Trump, but they're telling me that there are more coming now because the perceived conditions at our U.S. border, they're all coming to the United States. The Haitians especially are being told that they're going to be ushered right in and given legal papers, and everybody else figures that that if they can get into the American interior, there's no deportation happening right now. The administration has all but ended most forms of deportation. So that's really good news for these folks. And it's really
yeah, let me ask you this, because we have only a certain amount of time. You always hear that people are coming from that there could be terrorists coming from other countries. And I don't want to suggest that every person coming from Africa is a terrorist. But if this is the path and people are successful following it, they're going to be willing to pay that money. And it's a numbers game as far as bad guys getting in, right?
That's right. Well, I was at a motel in La Cruz, Costa Rica, which is up near the Nicaraguan border, and I had a hotel proprietor show me his guest log. And in that guest log were Yemenis and Pakistanis and people from all over the Middle East, Iraqis and Syrians,
wow,
all laid out in there. So recently we did have two Yemenis reach the California border who were on the FBI's terrorism watch list. Thank God we caught them. But it shows that there is a presence of jihadists in this flow. that has nothing to do with Guatemala or root causes or any of the things in the Northern Triangle that Kamala Harris wants to solve. These are people coming from very far away in very great numbers right now.
Yeah, and those great numbers, even though all those great numbers don't have to get through our border to create a problem, a certain number can, it sounds like. So, Todd Bensman, thank you so much for educating us on what's going on there, sir.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.